Classic Radio Roundup, the warm-up session. This thing working?
Yeah, sounds like you got some echo going on there, Roger.
No, that's not some echo. This is some echo.
Well, that is echoey, echo, echoey, echo. And guess what I discovered when I got home today?
I don't know. I'm not that good at guessing.
Well, last night there was nothing going on in this particular band. It was dead zone. So I sidelined it there, and I went on got my little cold saw container like back in the day, and whipped out 17 meters, and I ran into Gary out there in Ireland. Talked to him for an hour and a half, and then the taxi started rolling downhill there. And just he was telling me all about our politics, and I just kind of like, I got to get out of here.
Oh, nothing annoys me more than Europeans telling me what should be going on in this country. Shut up.
Yeah, kind of. He's trying to tell me, make sure you vote the right way, and then he finally said what was on his mind. He has no. He only has what he hears. He has I think it's a friend up in Canada or something like that. I might be mistaken, but I don't know. I don't know where he's getting his information at, but he's not getting the real deal, that's for sure.
No, nobody's getting the real deal because they ain't telling you everything. It's lies by omission. They don't tell you the whole story. And then, Europeans, they don't know or understand our Constitution. So you're already starting out misinformed.
Good evening, fellas. Good evening there, Mr. AC. You're 100% right. They don't. And I don't talk politics on the radio or on the ham radio, I just don't. I just kind of diddly in it there a little bit. But anyway, to let him go. It was funny. He was started talking about our gun laws, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell do you know about, guns, the American right to have guns? They say they're not allowed to have no guns, so they don't have that problem. And I sit there, I shake my head. He has no idea, nothing about the Constitution. Just like you said, they just don't know.
They don't know the history. They don't know the wording. They don't know the reasoning behind it. Probably never heard of the Federalist Papers that explains it all. Their thinking, their logic, and their reasoning behind it through centuries worth of tried and failed governments. They tried to avoid all the pitfalls of previous republics and all that. So they missed a couple of spots because they didn't think that things would go the way they've gone. But they did a pretty daggone good job.
Yeah. Well, the last 20 minutes was kind of rolling out of where I didn't want to be. So, but it got interesting to say the least. To lead with it a little bit just to see what he's hearing. But it's basically, he just don't have the full story. He knows nothing. But he did have a good sounding station. Like I said, we talked for over an hour and a half there, and for the most part, it was a good conversation. It just kind of slid off the grid there a bit toward the end. But anyway, the thing that I was getting to when I came home tonight from work, I looked up and my wire antenna wasn't there, buddy. It broke a rope.
Yeah, as far as politics, if it starts leaning that way, I try to steer away from it on the radio because people that I would otherwise talk to, once they start spewing uninformed nonsense, then I don't want to talk to them anymore. But if you'd avoided that altogether, I'd probably talk to you again. But when you're spewing uninformed nonsense, then, or half informed or half the picture and not the whole story. And, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Just rather avoid it because I know what I know and I know what I believe and I have a reason for what I know and believe. But to articulate that, maybe I'm not so good at it. So I just rather avoid it altogether because, first of all, you're not going to change my mind. You're just not. And second of all, I'm probably not going to change your mind. So it's just a fruitless endeavor. So I just avoid it if I can. But if you're going to persist in going down that road, well, then, then depending on my mood, whether I'll just go away or jump in with both feet. But anyway, on the antenna score, well, gonna have to do something about that. And I know you know how to do something about that, and maybe that'll motivate you to do something different.
Well, I don't know. I like that 40-meter dipole. But yeah, I lost a lot of trees. I got a lot of dead ones, which I'm not even going to play with. But I did lose a lot of trees, and I got to get out there and look. But my back is killing me, so I'm definitely going to put this one back up and get it up and going, and then I'll think about doing something else. I got to see which way I want to do it. And, so it's a work in progress. I'll get some use out of that wire. That's for sure. But right now I want my wire back so I have something. So it's going to be like walk easy, go slow, and get the job done. And then I'll worry about the other one after I get my next shot in the back there.
Well, you certainly now have enough wire to do whatever it is you're thinking of doing. Do I have just a touch of echo, just a tiny touch?
I don't think so. I'm not detecting it now.
All right, how about now? I just want that tiny touch. Prager?
Yeah, I think you got it there. I think I heard it.
Yeah, I just want that little bit of depth is all. I don't want to go echoey, just depth.
Yeah, you got it. You're good. Yeah, it's in there. I got it.
It's a big 10-4. Roger on the Classic Radio Roundup warm-up session.
That's right. Warming it all up. Getting it all ready to rip.
Who was the breaker in there?
That was Alley Cat. He said hello, and I did say hi to him, but we kind of got carried away.
Yeah, I didn't catch who it was. Hello, Alley Cat, if you're still there. Wow, it doesn't persist.
Well, he was there. I don't know what happened to him, but he was there. I heard him. By golly. I heard him too. I think he went to another channel. Yeah, how you doing there, Mr. JR? Howdy ho. What's going on? Doing okay. Hanging in there. Stores I don't know what, but I'll get over it, I guess. But yeah, the antenna work to do now. Yeah, I heard it. Sure. What caused that? Did tree fall, or did it just get rotten and moved and tore the antenna, or what? No, it usually holds up for about maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years. And I know it was on its way, only because it's getting that time. So the time has arisen. It is now time to do it all over again. Yeah, I guess nothing lasts forever. But that was up there pretty long. Like a few years, huh? I think it was 4 or 5 years was the last time I talked with it. That's pretty good amount of time, I suppose, where all the winds and all that good stuff. But basically, the rope just usually gets weak and poof. And that's even the good stuff, the old, what do they call that, Pete? That rope, that door run, whatever. It's for wire holding and guideline rope or whatever.
The Dacron. See, there's your problem. You're using too good of a rope. My big wire in the front of the house has been up about 10 years now, and I'm using plain old clothesline.
Yeah, get out of town. I would never expect that stuff to last.
Plain old regular polyester, or I guess it is, or some kind of synthetic. weave, clothesline.
Works for me. Man, that's my problem. I'm using. Well, I don't know what to say. Yeah, there you go.
Go cheap or go home.
I'm wordless.
I didn't think it would last as long as it has, but I figured, well, it's clothesline, so it's meant for outdoors. It's been up there at least 10 years.
Here comes the rain and wind. Oh, I've been here, done that.
There's Alley Cat, there's Wayne, there's Sandbagger. The Classic Radio Roundup warm-up session, 3 minutes left.
What are you running? A whole lot of swing, but not a super lot of signal.
Well, that's because I'm still warming up. I got to turn my heater down to low, because if I put in the afterburner, it's going to get dark in here real fast.
That's right. The weekly trouble with heat.
Yeah, I'll freeze to death. It's 54 degrees down here. Yeah. Countywide.
How about that?
It's because of the radio that I'm on. It's a swinger.
What radio are you on? You on that Cobra 142?
GTL, $7 earned special.
Yeah, I'm on my newly improved Cobra 2000.
This is my newest CB radio.
Is that the one that had the switch problem? I did, because it was junk. It was acting like junk, so I fixed it. Now it's not junk anymore. You're junkless. Yeah.
Is the audio all right, or is it too loud?
I can hear just a tinge of echo in there, but other than that, it's perfect.
Oh yeah, because it's working. It's swinging. Oh yeah, boy.
It sounds like a mobile. It's got mobile audio, but it's good. Powerful.
Yeah, well, it's because of that stupid weird 5-pin plug.
That's what I'm running too. Stupid 5-pin plug. But I have an adapter granter.
Yeah, I need to get an adapter granter. I've just been putting it off. Now it's been several years I've been putting it off. I really would like to use a D104 on here.
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
Well, it is what it is. It's not my daily driver, so it doesn't matter. That's why I probably haven't done anything.
This thing's giving me 20 dB of swing with a 9 signal. Holy mackerel.
Oh, yeah. And I got more room left to go. Breaker!
Yeah, that is a lot of swing. Wow.
It's a swing box. This radio swings more than any radio I got.
And you got that for $7?
$7 at Zerns.
Where is this thing?
Wayne always used to say, it ain't no thing if it ain't got that swang.
Yeah, this thing swings a bit too, but not nearly that much.
Well, I'm putting out 150 watts of carrier.
Nice. There you go.
But my meter's showing I'm swinging to almost a kilowatt.
Oh, wow.
None of my other radios do that.
That certainly can't be stopped, and there's got to be some swinging enhancement done to that.
I don't think so. The thing is, I never did anything to it, and I really don't think the previous owner did anything to it, because I don't know, it doesn't look molested inside.
Simple one.
I don't know. Maybe it'll help if I bring up the carrier. It's still going to swing, but I'll run out. Oh, no, not running out of headroom. Countywide.
Hey, you're okay. It's not extensive. It's not like these jackasses that run around the mobile with no carrier and all kinds of swing and they sound distorted and everything. You're not like that at all.
You mean I'm not like this? Not like this right here? Oh, audio, yeah. Yeah. Channel 6 wannabe, Brigger.
Yeah, jackass mode right there.
just to prove a point. There, I'll put it right there where I normally run it. Me and my countywide $7 radio.
Yeah, you gotta have a Class C amp to do that. Good evening, Wayne. I forgot to say hi. Why, hello.
Wayne always used to say, it ain't no thing if it ain't got that swing.
A lot of people said that.
I remember Wayne saying that back in the day.
Well, we took care of you. Gave you some swing, Pete.
Just a little.
Enough, anyway.
Enough that you all noticed.
Well, yeah, it's also enhanced too. This Cobra 2000, everybody swings forward on this thing. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy that way.
Well, it's better than everybody swinging backwards like on the SBE Trinidad.
Yeah, with a console too.
Yep, $7. Doesn't work. Okay. I bought it for $7. Brought it home, put a new fuse in it. It's been working ever since.
I would have paid that too.
And it's still my newest CB radio.
That's amazing right there.
I like the old stuff. I just do.
Oh, I think my Cobra frequency counter is starting to go weird. It's just reading 34 megahertz. What's with that?
Well, I can tell you right now, I don't think you're on 34 megahertz.
No. Just getting some kind of a weird harmonic, I think, or something. This thing needs to be recapped properly. I mean, when I got this thing, it didn't have any modulation. There was a couple of 10-volt caps that I replaced in there, but I could probably do all of them just because. But, you know, who has the time for that?
I haven't done anything to this Cobra 142 GTL but run it and put a fuse in it.
Thing had a wider beat board in it, a bunch of other nonsense I had to rip out of it. Yeah.
I think that's why this has probably survived so long. I don't think anybody molested it.
Yeah, this one was, though. I'll have to see if I can get a front bezel decal for this thing. Somebody drilled 2 holes in the front to put switches in it for channels. I took all that out. But now there's 2 holes in the front. I want to cover them up.
Oh, I lied. I opened the clarifier, so that's the only modification I'm aware of with this radio.
Well, that's a good one.
It's the only modification that I'm aware of, opening the clarifier. But yeah, that's kind of a needed item.
Got to keep on frequency. That's all. Yeah, that's what you have to do. Frequency. That's right.
Too many people get hung up on frequency counters. Oh, well, my frequency says 27115.000. Well, yeah, well, mine says you're on 27115.01. Yeah, well, mine says you're on 27115.1. Yeah, like, all right, get off it. We all sound the same. Leave it alone. Seriously, I think frequency counters dumbed people down.
Well, I just turned people into frequency police, you know. I'm on frequency. No, you're not. My counter says you're off by 100 hertz.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And who's the WWV NIH standard?
As long as you can hear each other, it's all that matters.
I know, and then you hear every once in a while, especially in the tech portion of 10 meters, you're off frequency. What do you mean I'm off frequency? I'm on the frequency I'm on.
Right. Well, in the tech portion of 10 meters, you got a bunch of people who used to come being on 11 meters and channelize radio. So, if you're not on either the even numbers or the odd numbers, and somehow you're not on frequency, they have your bands on channelized, except for 60 meters.
That was my favorite part about being on 412.
Yeah, because you're off frequency. But no, it was on. Everybody was on. That's a band I haven't been on for a while. 60 meters.
Last time I was on 60 meters, I made a contact to the UK.
It's actually a nice band. It's not bad. I just don't do a lot with it. I know it's there. It's in both my radios and whatnot. Just, I don't know. I used to, when it first opened up and all that, I got into it there for a while, but then, kind of drifted off of it.
Yeah, I often just don't think about it, because it's channelized and everything like that. But at nighttime, on channel 5, it's the same frequency as they got in Europe. And I was talking to the UK on channel 5, 60 meters, I don't know, a couple months back.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get back active on that a little bit. I think that's the lost note for me. I don't know. I totally forgot about it. I think that's what happened. Until Dave said something about it. And said, oh, man, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, and well, things have changed since I was on there regularly. One channel they use for digital modes all the time. Another channel they use for CW all the time, and then there's only the other 3 for voice.
Yeah, I wonder if the new rigs, like the modern rigs, actually have a button on there for 60 meters. It's like the Yaesu here, it's in the memory channels. I had a program in the memory channels there, but there's not a button for 60 meters per se as there is the other one.
Yeah, I don't know if the newer ones are that way, but my Yaesu's fairly new, and it comes pre-programmed with the 5 channels on upper sideband, and then the next 5 channels are CW, and the next 5 channels are set for digital. So the frequency is a little bit different for each one.
That's interesting. When did that all take place? In the last, I don't know, how many years ago?
What, they opened up 60 meters? I was living in Lansdale when they opened it up. So it's at least 18 years ago now. And I got on with my reverse transverter because it's the only thing I had at the time that I could get on 60 meters. And I was putting out a whopping like 10 watts.
Well, no, I actually meant when they did the CW and the digital stuff, when they segregated a couple channels for doing that. I don't recall that being that way.
Well, my memory channels are set that way, but I know when I go through there every once in a while, it came up a few years ago where one of the channels is, I don't know if it's gentleman's agreement or what, but one of them's all digital, like FT8 and all that nonsense.
All right, when I get up on it again, I'll have to check it out. Get familiar with the new style of doing things, I guess.
In England, they got one channel for AM on 60 meters. We can't use AM. I'm jealous.
Oh, that would be cool. I think that would be all right.
Yeah, I think I would rather have one of those channels be AM.
Yeah, 100 watts, well, your 100 watts maximum, PEP. That'd be all right, you hop in the water there and talk across the pond maybe, such as you did on AM. I think that'd be pretty cool.
When them guys are on AM, I've listened to them on the Hack Green SDR, which is in the UK, and then I'll tune in here, and I can't hear them here, but I haven't tried often, so it may happen under the right conditions, and I just didn't find them. But I did contact him on sideband.
I think with the conditions these days going on there, I think it's definitely doable. I think. I'd be. Well, I'll have to listen up.
Well, it has to be nighttime for the path to work to Europe.
Yep. Pretty much the same thing as 40.
And 75, just a little bit of both.
Yep. I just checked my Kenwood 590 and it doesn't have a button for 60 meters. Mine do either. I have to tune it in manually.
My Yaesu came with it programmed into memory channels, but since the Mars mod, I mean, I could tune in there myself. But instead of trying to remember the frequency and everything, I just use the memory channels for 60 meters. Then I don't have to look at my chart and remember the frequencies. Just go to the memory channels. It's easier.
All good, man. Any band is a good band.
Yeah, and I was making noise on 160 tonight, but no joy.
The buddies weren't in there.
No.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I don't know if the band was in the crapper or everybody just kind of forgot or what. It's 2 weeks now that I haven't gotten anybody there.
No.
I think everybody's wrapped up in longer daylight and doesn't think of it till dark.
That's a maximum of 50 watts PEP.
What is?
60 meters.
I thought it was 100 watts PEP.
It's 50.
Well, they changed it from radiated power to PEP.
Yeah, they did. Extra radiated power of 50 watts PEP. Roger.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing that it's not radiated power anymore, because then I'd have to start doing freaking math because of my antenna.
You don't know calculus? Come on.
I don't even know really how to figure out what the effective radiated power would be out of a 160 meter doublet on 60 meters.
You have to know the gain.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to figure the gain without doing some kind of field strength measurements or something. I don't know.
Well, it says relative to a halfway dipole. If that means anything to you. Still doesn't help, though.
I mean, I could probably guess the gain, but to actually measure the gain, I don't know. Walk around with a field strength meter, but then I'd have to get it on all different planes, and I can't elevate myself up into the sky.
You have to get the software off of Google. It'll help you out.
Yeah, I guess I might be in violation because I thought it was 100 watts PEP, and I was calling Europe. That's what I was running.
It was a perfect double.
Oh man!
Suppose did it again. On me. If it was me, I was one of them.
And I was the other one.
Yeah, I said, I think I said, I don't think there's a big percentage of the people that law by in 160 meters. They probably just don't even know, all that. They just run what they run. They don't worry about it.
Yeah, unless you're running obvious gobs of power or something, nobody's going to notice the difference between 50 and 100 watts.
Oh yeah, that's really what I meant. it was 100 watts too, I forgot, and then it wasn't. But I was reading the book there, it's 50, so,
Yeah, well, I was saying I was in violation then when I was calling the UK because I thought it was 100 watts.
3 dB in the grand scheme of things.
Not really much measurable. Half an S unit.
I'm sure there are guys in there running the full gallon and a half, and I'm sure nobody's going to say anything.
Two things. They should allow AM somewhere on 60 meters, and they should open it up between channel 1 and channel 5 with a VFO.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, really. I wonder why they did the designated channel.
I think, but I'm not sure. I think I heard it somewhere. It has something to do with because it's shared with the military and it aligns with set up military channels. I think I heard that. Whether it's true or not, I'm not sure.
Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I'll have to search, see if I can find someone that's interesting. I didn't hear nothing about it. I have no idea. That's what I heard too. I heard it was shared with the military.
Yeah, because I even remember reading somewhere or something where if a military station comes up on frequency and tells you to vamoose, you got to vamoose.
Please, Mr. Custer. That helicopter's flying over the house again.
You're measuring your ERP on 60 meters.
Actually, David, you already know where I'm at.
You're up there measuring your effective radiated power on 60 meters.
The old eye in the sky. Yeah. My Kenwood 590 will do 60 meters, but I don't have an antenna for it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Antenna tuner.
I first did 60 meters when I opened it up using my reverse transmitter, or reverse transverter, using a 2-meter transmitter. I went on 3.5 megahertz on the transverter, and then dialed the the frequency up to, what was it, 146 or 147 to get there? Forget.
Still in all, pretty cool.
Yeah, I had to go to the 146 meg range. So my power went from 40 watts out down to 10 watts out on the transverter, but I did it. Made contacts.
Wow.
I had to get on 60 meters the first day it opened up. I had to. You know how it is. If I go back on my logbook, I could find it. It's in my log somewhere.
Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
And that was before Dave tuned up my transverter with new pills.
Yeah. Break.
Come on, Breaker.
Good evening, this is Skyrider. How's everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing great, Skyrider. It's Classic Radio Roundup.
Good evening. So, yeah, I was in yesterday. It was dead as a doornail. Because it wasn't Classic Radio Wednesday. I guess so. It was Tuesday.
Yeah, but Monday was pretty good. Monday was a bit lively, but yeah, and then Tuesday night I didn't have time.
I was in Tuesday night. I popped in, I guess it was about 8 o'clock, and threw a comment out there, and nothing bit on it, so I packed up my fishing gear and left the band, went somewhere else. So I missed you there, Skyrider. And by the way, good evening. Hey, JR, yeah, I dropped a couple of CQs, but nobody was biting.
Well, that's the way you do it. You know, it's just like fishing. You throw your line out, see if anything bites.
That's correct. So who's all here tonight? Well, we got Bagger in there, and of course Spitfire. Alley Cat's in here, and Wayne's in here. I hope I didn't forget anybody except myself. Of course, you know I'm here. I think that's everybody at this point. Roger that.
It's a lot easier to hear you tonight there, Skyrider, than fighting through all that skip land noise. Coming in nice and clear, nice and loud tonight.
Yeah, the rain, I don't know, the rain probably doesn't help me, but yeah, yesterday the skip, I think that closed a lot of us down on, what was it, Monday night?
Yeah, Monday night was challenging for the weaker stations, let's say. Yeah, with the clouds and the rain that keeps the skip out. Clouds and rain ain't got nothing to do with it except for lightning crashes. Weather for the most part doesn't really have anything to do with local CB radio transmissions.
Roger that, but it keeps the skip out, the far away stations.
Not necessarily. I'm hearing some low-level skip in there right now.
Wow. Oh, no.
Sometimes when the lightning storms come in, brings the skip in. I've seen it both ways. Yeah, I hear some Spanish-speaking skip in there right now.
Figures. Puerto Mexican. Yeah, down here in the valley is pretty quiet.
Well, they're not very strong, but I do hear them. JR, you hear them, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I was about ready to go back to him because he said good evening, but then everybody hopped in there. I said, well, I'll let it go. Nobody really wants to hear it anyway. Now, listen to Dave, all gun ho, no.
Unless it's somebody out in skip land that Dave knows or has talked to before, he don't want to be involved.
I just want to talk to the locals. People I know.
Yeah, CB radio to me is talking to my locals, talking to my neighbors. If I want to talk farther out, I get on the ham bands.
Yeah, there you go.
Unless there's the exceptions like Night Ranger or something like that.
Yeah, you get a nice night like that when the conditions stay good for an hour or so and you can talk to the same guy. It's just like he's local, you know. And Menace.
And the Menace, yeah. People we get to know. I miss Space Lady.
Yeah, whatever happened to her?
She was fun. She would engage with us.
She was interesting. She's off the hook. How about that other one? What's her handle down in Florida? How about that Space Lady, JR? Wasn't she something that night? Yeah, the Tennessee gal? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was a hoot. Yeah, for one, you gotta love the gals with the southern voice in the first place, but you kind of got to try to tease them a little bit. And she was ornery. You could tell she was an ornery one. How long ago was this? Oh man, Mark, what about maybe 8 months ago? Something like that? Yeah, it's when we were talking to JW and them guys down in Tennessee when they were coming in real good. She popped in and she kept saying, well, you go back to your queue, so I don't want to interrupt. And then she come back and interrupt.
And this was the space lady?
Correct. We haven't heard her in a couple of years. Just talked to her last year. We turned her on to JW. She never talked to JW before down in Tennessee, and they started talking. Okay, so she's in Tennessee. Yep, yeah, she came in here one night, man. She was coming in green, man. Me and JR were just talking, and she came in, and we were talking to her for a while. There you go. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Actually, she was a funny gal. Kept me entertained. I'm glad to hear she's still kicking. Well, she was ornery as hell.
Yeah, it's been a long while since I've heard the space lady.
Viva the Riba! I shall return.
This is the Classic Radio Roundup 27115 on the AM radio dial. Channel 13. So if you have 3-year-old whiskey in the cabinet for 3 years, does that make it 6-year-old whiskey?
I guess so.
Just curious.
I think it has to be in. Alrighty then.
Did you say something, Skyrider?
I'm here. I'm listening in.
Well, somebody said something, and I thought it was you.
I think it was JR.
Oh, I could tell JR between you. No, it was somebody with a lesser signal is all. Hello.
I didn't hear a break or something. I just got back here, but I didn't hear nothing.
Might have been Skipland.
Hey, they're looking out for you.
I think this is the last of my usable base radios.
Oh, you still haven't done that Casey Penny 23 channel radio yet.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I haven't. And I hope it still works on AM, because it is screwed up on sideband.
Oh, yeah, that's the one that's way off frequency on upper side or something?
I think it was lower side is off, and upper side it's on.
Yeah, you know, that makes more sense, because we normally use lower, so you would have noticed it.
I gotta try and get together a Amphenol mic plug adapter. I'll have to look for a 4-pin Cobra socket to make an adapter, and then see if that Cobra 98 still works. But it had low output power issues, and that's probably why it got shelved.
You got trouble with your original bus the same way. Transmitter instability.
I did have it working well for a while, though.
A lot of it has to do with that neutralization cap, I think.
Yeah, but that one was in really good physical condition. This one, a little less so.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Just haven't felt the love for it like the other one.
Yeah, isn't that funny how that works? You know, certain radios that, well, they got to be cosmetically pleasing. If not, then it's like,
It's not a train wreck. It's just got more blemishes, where the other one just polished up and shined.
Like my Tram Titan 2A, you know, it's a case that somebody drilled holes in it and then took a wood burner and connected the dots, and oh my God.
Yeah, but that's not actually the case for that. Didn't you have it with no case? You got that case for me, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was originally for that radio, and you had it on the Titan 4, but it was really the Titan 2A's case.
Yeah, I kind of forget how that all went. That Titan 4A was pretty nice, but it didn't have no case.
It was a good radio, though.
That radio worked really well.
Mostly solid state. One tube where it matters.
It's a good looking radio. Sans case.
Yeah, the case that was on it was horrible. Somebody really went to town with that wood burner. That was just terrible.
Somebody thought they were doing art.
Well, I think originally, well, because it was on the Titan 2A, you know, it's a tube radio. I guess they were trying to get better cooling. And then they decided to express their artistic talents and failed miserably.
Yeah, back when they drilled holes in that case, it was just another radio.
Yeah, right. That was like that one Tram D201 I had. Somebody cut a big square hole in the top cover to put a fan on it.
Oh!
Yeah, that was ugly. Yeah, I kept the better of the two. I sold the other one to Caliber.
So many CB hackers and butchery going on out there.
Oh, yeah. Redneck engineering is alive and well.
Yep, they're all becoming smart radios.
I saw this comedian on Faceplant talking about rednecks. It was pretty funny. He says, you know why we're the most powerful country in the world? No, it's not all the reasons that you think. It's rednecks. Anybody invades this country, these rednecks, they've been stocking up arms since 1775, waiting for just such an occasion. And then the invasion happens, and the rednecks will be there to take care of business. The Marines will show up 3 hours later, won't be nothing but empty beer cans and shotgun shells. War's over, boys!
Oh, my dear.
The way guy said it was pretty funny.
Yeah, any foreign country would be wise to avoid invading the deep south. They would be in some serious trouble.
Yeah, they wait up in trees, for all day long, just waiting for something to move that they can shoot at.
And along came Kid.
Yeah, everywhere in Pennsylvania is like that too, except for Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Guys will sit up in a tree all day long, just waiting for something to move that they can shoot at.
It's like James Carville once said, you got Pittsburgh, you got Philly, and then between the two, you got Alabama.
And we all proud of it.
That's right.
I identify as in between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
Far away as possible. Yeah.
Took a drive in the zipper car on Tuesday, just to take a drive in the zipper car up to Cabela's. I decided I needed more magazines for my M1911. One of the most popular handguns in North America. They didn't have any magazines for my M1911. I'm like, are you gotta be kidding me, right? So, okay, I'll buy some ammo while I'm here then.
No magazines, huh? They're just out of stock, or are you having trouble getting them?
They just didn't have any on the shelf. He said, oh, we got them online. I'm like, yeah, I guess I could have done that, but I wanted to come take a drive. Figured you'd have them on the shelf, the most popular handgun in North America. Seriously? Well, they had this silly long extension, I don't know, 18 round magazine. I'm like, no, I don't want that silly thing. No, I'm sorry, I don't. If I can't hit what I'm killing or shooting at with 8 rounds of a 45 ACP, that I don't need another 10.
Well, this was a nice day for a ride up there, you know. How's the ammo situation looking? Is they still good stock, or is the shelf still kind of semi-bare?
No, they got good stock of ammo, all calibers that you can think of, but the prices have gone almost silly. But yeah, it was mostly I just wanted to get out and take a drive to somewhere different, and I flipped a quarter. Heads the zipper car, tails the bike. Heads won.
Oh yeah, the prices of ammo have gotten ludicrously crazy.
It used to be a cheap hobby to go to the range and blast off a couple hundred rounds. It ain't so cheap to do that anymore.
Yeah, not even 22.
No, it's ridiculous. I bought 22 in bulk the last time I bought it. I bought 2,000 rounds at a pretty good price, but it ain't getting any better, that's for sure.
Economics. Yeah, you know what? I take that back. I don't want to go down that road. The taxi will be in flames again.
What's a zipper car?
Zipper car is Honda Civic Si.
Okay.
It's not the fastest nor the quickest, but it zips. So it's the zipper car.
Yeah. I've been in a zipper car. It zips nicely.
It's just plain fun to drive.
That's an important thing too, you know. One is comfort, and two is whether or not it's fun to drive. If you got those two, then you got yourself a winner.
Yeah, it's a winner.
Yeah, mine's not quite that zippy, but it does all right.
And it's got the icing on the cake where it's daggone reliable.
It's a Honda.
213,000 miles and still going strong. Now the question is, will your turbo last that long?
So it's going to outlast you.
Yeah, but will that turbo?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've only got 14,000 miles on it, and it's 6 years old.
Yeah, it'll outlast you. It ain't going anywhere.
It goes to the store and back every day. That's all.
It's the most mileage I ever put on any one single car and still going and don't want to get rid of it. My goal is to, before I die, is to see 500,000 miles on that odometer.
Well, you may have to replace a few major components at that point, but, you know, it shouldn't be a big deal.
The only thing I foresee replacing before then, for sure, is the clutch. I know it's not going to last that long, but reports that I've seen of people with, you know, with the same year model of my car, they've gotten around the 300,000 mile mark and needed a clutch.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just the fact that you can get 200,000 out of a clutch is pretty darn amazing. You know, I got 180 out of mine. My Fiesta, that wasn't bad.
Well, I'm at 213 and the clutch still feels good, so I'm counting on at 300. I'll probably do the clutch. That's pretty daggone good, though. 200,000 miles out of a single clutch and still going.
Yeah, that is pretty good. When you consider the pressure plate and the throttle bearing and everything else.
It will let you know.
Yeah, every once in a while it makes these Chewbacca noises, but it seems like everybody's does that on the occasion, and that's not an indication of anything.
That's a pilot bearing. Getting dry. I had a 74 Toyota Celica that I bought, and I got when I drove it to the junkyard, and it had 480,000 miles on it, but everything was still working except it was all rusting out in the unibody, so I had to junk it. Yeah, well, that was the problem with those older Japanese cars, man. They rusted out like terrible.
My mom had a 94 Honda Odyssey with 425,000 miles on it, and she sold it to somebody who bought it from her.
Down in Florida, they don't have a rust problem.
Original everything, 425,000 miles.
Pretty darn good, I think.
Yeah, Hondas, if you want some high mileage, you get a Toyota or you get a Honda if you're going for high mileage.
That's what Scotty Kilmer says.
But if you turn your Honda or your Toyota into a taxi, just be careful of the sharp curves with guardrails.
Yeah, just don't talk politics while you're driving.
So the week of the 7th of July, you have to look for me on 40 meters in the evening time from various locations in northern Pennsylvania.
What day is that going to be?
I think that's a Sunday.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Because I'm going to be up at the lake house over the 4th of July. But I don't know. I think it's leading into the 4th. The 4th is like on a Tuesday or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the week prior. Yeah, midweek.
So I should be home then, I think.
Well, I'll be gone that whole week. So, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Hopefully it won't rain.
Won't stop me. It'll just suck.
Yeah. Riding a motorcycle in the rain it sucks no matter what you put. Can't be that much fun.
Yeah, but a day riding my motorcycle in the rain is still better than the best day at work.
Well, yeah, I won't argue that point.
Then if it rains, if I get up and it's a day that's going to be all rain, I'll just stay in my tent and talk on 40 meters all day.
And you'll run your motorcycle battery down and you'll have to hop on it and jump start it.
I'm going to bring a power supply with me. Most KOAs got outlets.
Oh, you're going to stay in a regulated campground, huh?
Well, that's the plan. I'm not just going to pull off the side of the road somewhere.
Okay, I see. All right, well, yeah, if you bring a power supply and you have a convenient outlet to plug in, then you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to rely on the motorcycle battery for running a radio. First of all, I have to run less power for sure. And then be careful of my operating time so I can still start the bike. So I don't really want to run into that. I will if I gotta. Just be mindful of the usage. But the plan is to bring a power supply and plug in.
If you get a nice wooded site, you can throw a dipole right up in the tree.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't see the wire that long at 40.
Yeah, you heard of parks on the air. We can do campgrounds on the air.
It's my vacation. I can do what I want.
And that's right. Roger.
So let it be written, so let it be done.
That's right. Yeah, I like that.
String bean here, you got a copy on this radio?
Who are you calling?
He said his name was String Bean.
String Bean's a pretty good banjo player.
Was. Yeah, when he won Hee-Haw. Yeah. I miss Hee-Haw. That was a funny show. I actually have a CD collection of that. Cool. Got a lot of stars on that. That was a great show. I love Roy Clark, man. He could pick, man. He's a picking, and I'm a grinning.
That man could play any instrument made.
It was quite impressive. Saxophone, banjo, the fiddle. It didn't matter, man. He was on top of it.
This string bean, does this TRX 30 sound good?
TR what? I believe he said TR 30. TRC. Yeah, 30. That's what he said. Yeah, sounds good for me. Where are you at? What's your location?
In Boyertown.
I'm in Boyertown. Yeah, you're getting out here in the Amity area anyway, so yeah, you're doing good.
Being heard somewhere around Saratoga.
That's a TRC 30. That's a nice classic radio, man, and you're on the right place then.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, even I can hear him.
Now that's saying something. Renegade can hear you there, String Bean. He's over at Saratoga with a low antenna and he hears you. So you're working. You have found the Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah. Now, where's Mr. Fix-It? He'd be like your neighbor.
Isn't Rooster right around there somewhere, too?
Yeah, Rooster would be another neighbor, or close to it anyway.
I like how he finishes my county-wide, and I unkey and he says, radio! Cracks me up. Every time I do it that way, he finishes it. It's funny.
Well, yeah. Some people like to finish sentences. That's right. So they can remember it. At his age, he can actually remember that. Well, yeah, we're all getting to that age.
It's the stupid little things that make this all fun.
That is the truth.
And let's face it, if this wasn't any fun, not one of us would be here.
That's true. Oh, yeah, that means it would be all business and that would be boring. That wouldn't be good at all. Nah, no fun. Yeah, then I just have to get a GMRS radio. That's all business.
And then you can go on your ham radio and just have fine business.
Fine business, old man. That's the way they do it. I never goofed around with all that. I don't know that much about it. Yeah, I'm not in the lingo. Ham, CB, or otherwise.
I got a Boy Scout coming here Sunday to work on his merit badge for radio.
That would be fun.
That will be fun. and his father wants to come and learn because he wants to get his license. So I think they're both going to be here a lot trying to get their license.
Dave, I just got to let you know, I actually almost don't believe what you just said there. What's that? And you don't know any of the lingo. I heard you spew off, what is it, the go-getters, the down-uppers, and all that good stuff. Now, see, you do that so well, I got to believe you were actually one of them. No, I lampoon that stuff.
Dave is very good at lampooning. He will hear what you say, twist it, and make fun of it, and it'll sound a whole lot better and less irritating.
That's right. Can we call that harpoon or lampooning? Yeah, that's almost like the, what was the Slippy saying, don't like him or something like that? Slam and Sam don't like him.
You got to watch out for Dave and his word games.
That's right. It was a classic. I laugh at that. I really did have a hard time with that one, but yeah, that was the deal.
That was hilarious.
I like him. There you go.
The whole word games thing was hilarious.
With Bluebird.
Stop playing those word games. I don't know what you're saying. Like, well, that's kind of the point of the word games. Either keep up or don't. He couldn't keep up.
Yeah, his tongue got it. Kept getting wrapped around his eyepiece. He couldn't see what he was saying.
Too many documents in his trunk, muddy in the waters.
Yeah, junk in the trunk. Whatever happened to him anyway? Who knows? He's been absent for quite a few years. All I know, he could be among the departed, but you never know.
Last time we heard was, a few years ago. He moved down to Delaware, and then like once or twice I heard him up here in the mobile after that, and then that was that.
He was living in a trailer in Delaware, but then he came back here for a little while, and then he disappeared. Only the shadow knows. Only the sandbaggers know. Playing Sam is not a ham.
Stop with the word games. I don't know what it is you're saying.
Where is Slammin' Sam? I guess we won't hear from him for another 6 months again. He was actually in here. It was over this past week. I think it was Friday night he was in here. Oh, that's good. He didn't stay long. He just kind of popped in and, for about maybe, I don't know, 50 words, and that was it. He's gone.
He used to be in here quite regular on the roundup, and then he just didn't.
Yeah, then he's gone. He's been here and gone. It's a little switcheroonie up here tonight. Radio Cat took off, and I've got my little buddy Bob, which he wants to lay on my shoulder. My brother-in-law calls him Carson Wentz. He says he looks like Carson Wentz. And what is Bob? Yeah, Bob is an acronym it stands for Bright Orange Buddy, or Big Orange Buddy. Is this an animal? It's a cat. It lays on your shoulder? Yeah, it's laying on my shoulder right now. It's like a mink, one of those minks from years ago. Yeah, it keeps my shoulder warm. Not that I need it now, though.
I could use a Bob, keep me warm down here in the command and control central. I got the heater on, it only made it to 60 degrees.
You need to throw a log on the fire.
Yeah, well, that's not happening.
Yeah, just one log. That's all you need. One. Warm in the winter and cold in the summer. You down under.
That's the way it goes down here.
Like you have central air down there.
You got the tour. You felt the cold down here. As soon as you hit the basement, it's cold.
Well, that's too. All seriousness, there wouldn't be a whole lot of old people hanging out down there, I'll tell you that.
That's why there's a bathrobe always on my chair. In case I get cold, I can wrap up in it.
Great in the summer, and it probably holds the heat pretty decent in the winter.
Oh yeah, the wood stove's down here. Fire up the wood stove. It's golden. I sit down here in my coochie shorts.
That's more than what I needed to know. But do you have like holes cut out in the floor there with vents and all?
No, we take the basement door off. It goes right up the stairwell.
Ah, very good.
There are vents cut out in the back 2 bedrooms over the wood stove, but the wife covers them up because the dust comes up and she doesn't want the dust. So it actually works pretty good going up the stairwell and just spreads throughout the house. It works.
Yeah, the dust comes up the stairs too.
Yeah, but not into the bedrooms.
Selective dust. It's got one of them room ionizers that reverses the polarity of the particulate matter.
She don't have one room ionizer. She's got 3 of them.
Yeah, she don't like dust tickling her nose. Where's Night Train? And where's Joker?
Yeah, anytime from now until 10:15, Night Train can show up. I thought Joker would have popped in by now, at least a cameo.
Yeah, he even if he had to stop for dinner or something.
Where'd that string bean go? You still hanging out here, string bean? I guess they wanted to just check out their TRC 30 and go on about their business.
Oh, he sounded like a young fellow there, and I guess he said he's going to see if he can find somebody his own age. He don't like to listen to old folks. Oh, yeah. I didn't like old folks either when I was that age.
I'm here.
There he is. By golly. See, he is listening there.
Yeah, just because we're old folks, don't be intimidated by us. We're just like you, except we're old.
Only our bodies are old.
Yeah, we're still 15 in our heads.
Yeah, we didn't grow up yet.
And hopefully I never see it happening. Growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, I agree with that statement. You new to the radio there, String Bean, or what's your story? You got a story?
What's that?
We like stories. Tell us your story.
I don't have very good stories.
I just never heard you on the radio before, so you got to have some kind of story. You got a TRC 30. What's the story?
It's a TRX 30.
TRX 30.
What's a TRS 30? Who makes it?
UTAC.
TRX 30.
A UTAC TRS 30. That name goes back into the recesses of my mind somewhere. Is it a mobile radio?
A what radio?
A mobile. You have it on a power supply. You can put it in a car kind of radio.
It's a 5-watt 23 channel radio.
Correct. But is it on a power supply, or do you plug it in the wall?
A power supply.
Yeah. All right. I think I've seen one of them before. The name is vaguely familiar. Cool. It's a classic, though, for sure.
Oh, I actually got a picture of one right in front of me right now. It's a classic, all right. Hands down. I'm trying to figure out how to describe it to you. The wood grain case. No. The case is black. The front is silver. And it got an X meter. It's vertical. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep, I got a picture of it here too. It's not a bad looking radio.
It's a 1974.
Yep. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That certainly qualifies as a classic.
Yep, you got it on the air at the right place and the right time. Oh! Got it on the air at the right place and the right time.
I got it from a flying squirrel.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, you tell Flying Squirrel, old JR said hello. I talked to him several times already.
Will do.
Are you on Barefoot Radio?
We're in Pennsylvania. Where are you at?
I think that's Skippy in there. Yeah, hello.
Oh, that's Skippy right there?
I recognize your voice, I did. Yeah, I got the covers off the other ad, so I'm on this one. So it's about half an hour.
Oh, hello, Skippy. I'm running a different radio tonight. So you sound just a little bit different on this radio. I didn't recognize you, and then JR said so, and okay, now I know who you are. Spitfire, saying hello.
Oh, Spitfire, Sandbagger, JR, far as it's slim, somebody slim. And installed a 142 tonight and a 575 microphone.
You're on a Cobra 142, is that right?
Yes, on the Taiwan-made Cobra 142.
That's what I'm on tonight, a Cobra 142.
Very early serial number one. You had to have the technical bulletin done.
I don't know what serial number mine is, early, late, or otherwise. I have no idea. I didn't even know anything about a technical bulletin. All I know is it works.
The flying squirrel is trying to figure out his Browning right now.
It's fun if you get like a hum in the audio. You gotta move one of the wires. There's just the power supply board. Browning, there you go. That's a classic.
You have a Browning string bean, or you're getting a Browning?
What was that?
Did you say, I missed what you said. You said you have a Browning, or you're getting one?
Flying squirrel has one. He's trying to figure it out.
Oh, trying to figure out a Browning. Roger, 10-4.
Are you related to Flying Squirrel?
Yeah.
I figured that. Okay.
It's all, the picture's all coming together now.
Looks like we're heading for another burst of rain in a bit. Not done with it quite yet.
I hear the static crash is picking up.
Yeah. You know that UTEC, I guess that's how you pronounce it. They also made a bass there too. It's called the Studio 4000. That's actually a pretty nice radio. Bob left my shoulder. Now I can move again. Even a wooden case. Imagine that.
What radio are you talking about?
It's a UTAC TV radio model Studio 4000. I didn't even know it ever existed, but it's not a bad looking radio. Got 3 meters in it. That's 6 knobs, 7 knobs. Yeah, it's pretty neat.
You say you got one?
No, I'm on the internet looking. I searched for the radio you had, then I scrolled down a little bit and I seen the other ones that they made. Pretty interesting.
The mid-70s, there were so many manufacturers. It's hard to list them all.
That's right.
But there was probably only half a dozen board makers.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I looked at the radio he's got, and it doesn't resemble any of your typical Cybernet, Uniden, Toshiba, or any others. So I don't know who might make that. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Has a nice wooden cabinet case on it. I don't recall ever running into one, but a little bit of class there. Oh, you see, I said that. You said that, huh? I just asked you that 10 minutes ago. Oh, you must have got stepped on. I didn't hear you. No, it has a black metal case. Oh, that's his mobile. Yeah, 10-4. That's his mobile. Well, I was referring to the base here. Yeah, the UTEC. Yep, the UTEC Studio 4000.
There's a UTech Studio 4000 on eBay for $130.
There you go, Jim.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at, actually. That's right where it's at. That's the one I'm seeing.
You too can have a UTAC.
I had a U10. You had a new tan? No, a U10. Don't know that one either. That was my first car. It was a Mustang, but most of the letters fell off and all that was left was U10. Wonder if it was made by Cornell Dubiler. UTAC radio, the studio radio, that looks a lot like a Cornell Dublier radio, similar size. Yeah, that's what I mean. CDE. Actually made radio. Who would have thunk it? I've been looking for one for years.
Yeah, those Cornier W or radio, whatever radios. There's some of them bases are like, wow, those are pretty cool. That never went after one. They always want too much money.
The only thing that would be better for this radio is if it had sideband. Looks like it's just strictly AM. This is a good looking radio. It's not the size of a Trinidad, I would say.
Yeah, with like a couple meters, maybe 3, and a bunch of knobs.
3 meters and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knobs. It's nice. You gotta give it credit. Transmit, receive lights, and yeah, it's a nice looking radio. Bob left and Dal Radio Cat is back. They must be taking turns.
Do they not like each other, or don't want to be in the same room together?
Well, Radio Cat is kind of, she kind of doesn't really care for much of anything. That's why she's up here with me. She stays away from the other kid. But I mean, she won't, I don't know. I guess she gets jealous too. If one of the other cats starts showing a little bit too much interest, she gets huffy and jumps down and runs out.
So mostly indifferent.
Yeah, mostly, because cats have to project that air of indifference. You know, like nothing bothers them.
Until you introduce another cat, then everything changes.
Or a dog. Better yet, a skunk. My dog has completely disrupted the cat household here. The cats don't know what to do.
The Flying Squirrel has placed a bet for the UTech Studio 400 on eBay.
Awesome. Hopefully he wins it.
If we do, in a week or two, we'll be talking on it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. You'll be the first one in the area with a UTAC base station. The only one in the area with a UTAC mobile.
You could be on 7 knob radio night.
Stock Mike night.
No, we're not doing that no more. Stock Mike night's fun.
Stock night, Mike night is fun. The oddball radio night is fun.
Walkie-talkie night is fun.
I'm ready.
Homemade wire antenna.
Yeah, I can join too.
No, not the homemade wire antenna night. Not now. Oh, there you go. Hadn't thought about that one. Homemade antenna night.
I could do homemade antenna night.
I can't though. I don't have a homemade antenna over here. Well, gutter mount antenna is kind of homemade, I guess, but that's 40 meters now.
My coverage will be less. That's the problem with doing something like that.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know. You want to maintain a decent signal.
Hollow State Radio Night.
Oh, yeah, that's a given.
Less than 23 channel radio night. There's plenty of themes.
Yeah, I only got one channel, one radio that qualifies for less than 23. That's the Mini 6. I don't have anything else that would work. I think me and my working walkie-talkies are 40 channel.
I got 3 less than 23 channel operational radios.
How about you don't remember where the hell you got it from, Knight?
Oh, that could be just about any radio I currently own. Especially the older I get, the more will qualify.
That's a pretty unique night. I'm trying to think if I got any radios that I don't remember where I got it from.
A lot of my radios, I don't remember where I got them. It's the few that I do.
I remember all of them. Jeez.
How many radios do you got with no meter on the radio night?
Oh, I got that covered.
Me too.
I've got, the Mini 6 has no meter, the Mini 23 has no meter, my TRC 47 has no meter. I think that's, well, yeah, the others are too new.
I only have one qualifier, my Cobra 19.
Even my only 3-channel handheld has a meter for the battery. Throw it up on a classic for JR.
I am the classic.
That's right. We just got the UTAC for $98.
The thing's over already?
Yeah.
They're also on it. Good job, man. Good deal.
The auction's over and you want it?
Did you win?
That's a good deal. I'm looking forward to hearing that.
Yeah, it says the item is no longer available. I waited too long.
What'd you get it for? 98?
Yeah, 98.
It's good for a good condition classic radio uniqueness.
I missed it by that much.
And what is this radio called again?
UTAC Studio 2000. Or Studio 4000, excuse me.
Yeah, that's 2 more thousands than 2000.
Yeah, I'm thinking of my Cobra here.
Oh, I like the fact that it's studio.
This thing has it has 3 meters on it, and looks from the looks of it, it says through line power meter. So it actually measures forward power and reflected power. It's not SWR. So it's reflected watts. Wait. There he is.
Yeah, I didn't know what the storm situation was going to be, and I had some stuff to do, so I was like, well, I'm not going to keep everything connected, and I have to run in and try to figure it out if the storm does come through.
Well, storm's not going to scare me away.
No.
I hook up my long mic cable for my microphone and go out and hold the tower as I talked, to help ground everything.
Yeah, there you go. I like that idea.
Yeah, in the 40-some years I've been playing CB radio, I've never once been struck, knock on wood. But my repeater has.
Yeah, I just have a big call the luck of the Irish. So I figure I'll err on the way of caution.
Melted my 1.5-inch braided ground strop into a 1-inch solid copper bar.
Got that video game running?
The video gate is rolling. Will be available for your viewing pleasure sometime tomorrow morning.
There you go. Yes, Dave, that's what that meter says. Reflected. And the other one says forward. And the other one says signal and modulation. That's pretty neat. So that would imply that it's not just a relative power meter, it's actually a somewhat calibrated watt meter. That's interesting. I know the high gain Utopia I have actually measures the power in watts, and it is very linear. And once you set it, it tracks very well. So I don't know, maybe they did that there. So you got forward and reflected power. It's totally different. That's pretty neat. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've seen radios like my Royce that has the, calibrate meter and the SWR meter, but you actually have a calibrate knob and all. Yeah, don't have no calibrate knob, not that I'm seeing anyway. That's pretty neat, though. I think you did good. That thing looks pretty spectacular, actually.
Gotta like a good-looking classic radio.
Anybody an idea what it puts out? I hear him get over the noise, but sometimes the noise sounds them out. Did you say they want a Browning radio? Very reliable. I don't know. Go ahead there, Skywriter. Does anybody have an idea what the power is? I hear him. Most of the time he gets over the noise, and I can understand him, but sometimes it drowns him out.
Oh, he's probably running stock 4-watt power from what I gather.
Well, that's not bad. Taking another closer look at the knobs on this Studio 4000, it's got an IF gain knob. I've never seen that on any other radio. I saw that. IF, RF gain, IF, fine-tuned swell. Quite an interesting machine there. Yeah, it's got an RF gain and AF gain, which is a volume, and it's got an IF gain. I've never seen that. I'm wondering, what you would do with that. I mean, imagine it performs a similar function to an RF gain, just varying the gain of a different stage. But I'm trying to think what advantage that would have. Receive amp, maybe?
That's my question. To me, IF gain and RF gain are basically the same thing, I would think.
Just varying the gain of a different stage. The RF is the front end, IF is further down. But, why? But, interesting.
Now I wish I'd have plunked down my $98.
But you don't do eBay.
No, I do not.
That is definitely a unique radio. Interesting. Very interesting. Don't run into that too often, when you see something kind of get your interest in and a little different. Yeah, that's an eye catcher. And no doubt about that. I just can't believe Sandbagger never saw one before. Nah, well, I mean, I saw a lot of radios that they're, radios that people use, if it's an oddball, and, you could sneak on by and I wouldn't have known about it. Like, I never even, I've never even heard of, RF Stoner, until like about 10 years ago when we started, exchanging information on the internet. It's like, Stoner Pro 40, like nobody around here ever heard of one.
Yeah, I only knew about the UTAX from seeing them online, but yeah, the Stoner Pro 40 I saw when I was new was thinking, rare, CB radio, and one of those came up. Wasn't the first one, but it was one of the first ones.
That's the thing about when the eBay and internet all came around. I started learning about all kinds of CB radios I'd never heard of.
They even had power or an outlet, electrical outlet in the back of it. I guess it's a switched outlet maybe for powering an accessory.
Or if it's unswitched, for plugging in your clock.
I guess it's lived up to the name of studio. It is the same. I just looked up the Cornell Dublier radio. It's a Mark 10, identical. It's the front panel's a different color, but all the controls and everything else, even the through line power meter, forward and reflected, identical. The name of it again? Cornell Dublier. Mark 10, Mark X, I guess. So yeah, they're the same radio.
They made antenna rotors, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
They made capacitors too.
Yeah. Bing, bing, bing. Both of you get a prize.
And apparently they designed and sold CB radio products.
The only thing I got was Cornell was cookware.
They've been CDE. Harley Delta Echo.
My rotator is CDE.
So is mine.
I always just pronounced it Cornell Doubler. Look at that. String Bean kept us up on a classic CB radio topic for better part of a half an hour.
Yeah, good for him, man. Welcome to the group.
Yeah, welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup. You got it.
Thanks.
Now you better get on the air with that thing on Classic Radio Roundup because we all want to hear it now.
Will do. Do you guys do this every Wednesday night?
Every Wednesday night, Channel 13 from 8 to 10 p.m.
We've been doing it now for how many years now? I've lost count.
12?
Maybe even more.
Well, at least 12.
So I'm going to have to break in here quick for 1 second. Who are you guys talking to? String Bean? He's over in Boyertown. Bordertown. Have we spoken to you before? This is Joker.
Guy got a small head there.
Well, I was going to say, is this the first classic radio for him? I don't recall talking to him before.
Yeah, first time we've heard him.
He seems to be related to, I forgot his handle.
Flying Squirrel.
The secret squirrel.
Secret Flying Squirrel.
It's Flying Squirrel. Secret Squirrel, huh? I like that better.
The Secret Flying Squirrel?
Yeah, he could be secret squirrel, and then string bean could be Morocco Mole.
How about Super Duper Squirrel?
In any case, this is the first we've all heard the string bean. We've recently heard the flying squirrel. But yeah, the secret squirrel and Morocco Mole, that would be good.
Yeah. Well, good evening. This is Joker over here in Bali.
In case you don't know where that is, it's near Jersey.
That's a lie.
Well, according to Rooster,
He's not even in here. In due time, you'll learn.
Everything is subject to lampoon, and if you make a silly statement, it could get repeated again in the future, but do not take offense, because it's all in tongue-in-cheek fun.
That's right. All in jest.
Silly statements just sometimes stick, and then they just come back around again. We've all done it. We're all guilty. Who's humming? Is that night train warming up? No, there ain't enough signal. Who's humming out there? You got no audio.
oh, because he doesn't know the word.
Yeah, your radio doesn't know the words.
I knew that key up. Can't convince you, huh? Wasn't convincing. There's only one out there that comes in that high. I hear them crashes. Is it raining yet? A little bit. It was raining earlier. Is it raining where you're at? No. Where are you at? Stony Park. Oh, that's Bite Buster. Bite Buster. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. It's old JR up here, Bite Buster. There you go.
Oh, hello, Bite Buster. You're slamming down here tonight.
It's awfully quiet, though. My background noise level is very low.
Yeah, I don't really have any background noise. Just static crashes popping through. But yeah, you seem strong tonight.
I gotta put some deodorant on then.
No, don't do that. We don't want to knock that signal down. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Life's too short for QRP.
Strong and stinky. Oh, I heard those static crashes.
I figured. I took a gamble tonight that Bite Buster probably wouldn't be in there, so I turned it being a little further to the south. So I don't hear him that well.
Shouldn't take those kind of gambles.
Yeah, I figured, well, if the Norristown guys get in there, or the guys from Chester County, I'll hear them better.
And of course, there's no 123 in here tonight. No Goose, none of the Norristown guys. But Bite Buster's in here.
Yeah. And I'm not going out in the rain into the garage to move the antenna.
That's like a Murphy's Lawism right there.
Yeah, it is kind of. Yeah,
typical, whatever. That's why I don't gamble, because whatever choice I make, it'll be the wrong one.
And whatever action you take will be the wrong one. So don't react. Just act, and it's going to be the wrong act.
Nope, never move once you're in line at the grocery store.
Oh, yeah. That's a good example right there.
And don't get behind me in line, because if you do, I'm usually the kiss of death for a line, price check or barcode not working.
Oh, it doesn't matter what line I get in. Whatever one I pick could be the shortest line. Still could be the longest one in time.
Yep.
Break the line where someone is training.
Go break the work line.
Hey, it's Mr. Fix-It in here.
There you go. Mr. $10 radio man.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago that $10 radio just smoked.
No! Oh, that was the home job.
Oh, you were the one doing the humming?
No, I wasn't doing no humming, but turned the radio on and just a big pop and a puff of smoke.
No!
And Bite Buster was in there when you came in. He was saying something, so I'm going to let him take it again just so I can hear what he said.
Hey, you think that's an old capacitor?
I just said that I was, when I get in line, it's going to be the one where they're training someone new.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, training someone new line. I always get the slowest lady line. It's just, one ringy dingy, two ringy dingy.
Last week was training the deli count at the Giant in Limerick, and that was very painful.
Did they cut their fingers?
Or I get in the line with the really old guy who's counting out, nickels, dimes, and pennies to make the change in his little change purse. And he's pulling them out. He's looking at it. Is that a dime? Or is that a penny? Oh, okay, we'll put that one down. Pulls the next one out. Same little scrutiny. Dime, penny. Okay, we'll put that one down. Oh, good grief.
Yep, that happened to me the other day.
It happened to me at Wawa yesterday morning.
So the question is, do you guys ever let anybody in front of you that has less groceries than you?
No, hell no.
Yes, I do. Do you guys ever take a cart back for somebody, especially if you see like an elderly person?
That I've done.
Yes. Yeah, I usually let people in front of me, especially when I'm doing grocery shopping for like work where we're getting a lot of stuff. I'll let somebody go in front of me. I'm usually the person with one or two things that has to wait behind, somebody with 10 kids type of grocery cart. It's always fun. It's nice. I'll let somebody go in front of me.
I usually just go to the self-checkout.
I refuse to go to the self-checkout unless they're going to pay me while I'm doing it.
That's right. I agree with you, Petey.
Yeah, that's right, Pete.
If I'm doing your job for you, you should be paying me to do the job.
I can be in and out of there in no time. I don't have to worry about people counting change or being slow or anything else.
It's the principle of the thing. If I'm doing your job, you should be paying me.
Or we should at least get a discount. You should get like a 5 or 10% discount for doing your own groceries. Car wash don't ask you to get out and help. You guys help bag your own groceries.
Yes, so it'll move a lot faster.
Yeah, my point exactly.
I do so they don't get screwed up. Yeah, I do it too. I pack my own stuff.
Yeah, so I put my stuff in the bags, separate them in the bags of like the items and the right amount and everything like that. And I'll crush my bread and potato chips and put all the cans in the bag, frozen goods in the bag.
Now, do you put the stuff on the conveyor belt in sequence of order too?
I try to group them together, but the cashier usually screws that up.
Yeah, I like having like items together. It makes bagging a lot easier.
That's right.
It's really bad for your OCD. Waking up's bad for my OCD. Oh, geez, oh. It has been getting worse lately. I'll have to admit it. Or I won't have to admit it. I don't know.
Indecisiveness is also a clue.
Are you sure?
Right.
So is it bad I count doorknobs and stuff when I shut it and lock it?
Why do you count them? Coming to take you away, Uh-oh.
Well, you shut the door, and you pull it twice, and you push it 3 times, and then you pull it once more, and you make sure that's shut then.
Are you one of them guys that never stepped on a crack on a sidewalk?
I inadvertently find myself kind of oddly walking around cracks, but if I step on one, I don't have to do any ritual or anything. I'm not that crazy yet.
That's not OCD, that's just paranoia or superstitious. Penny.
I'm not superstitious, I'm kind of stitious.
Kind of stitious. Yeah, you can't make up his mind. You're not paranoid if people really are out to get you. Fix it. You need that on the radio on. What do you think that'd be? A capacitor blowing? It could be a lot of things. So then one of the audio transistors shorted out and burned up the bias resistors in there. Probably a transistor shorted out, I would think. And put too much current to a resistor, and the resistor went, okay, magic smoke, see you later. The only reason I ask is when I turned the power supply on, and the minute I turned the radio on, it went smoke. Yeah. The transistor, whatever in there said, I've had enough. You didn't have the wires backwards, did you? No, everything else worked. Who needs a power mic? What? Electric power? Are you using the same power supply now? Absolutely. Okay, just say, what's the power supply, decided to short out and put out 25 volts or something? He has a good signal here, but his audio is just not there. Right, exactly. Needs a little bit more oomph in the audio department. Yeah, I'm looking for a power mic, but I got a budget. You do have the mic gain up though, right? All the way. Okay. It's a crappy unit. Boy, that's horrible audio. I agree. Clean is just weak. Yeah, that's the wrong term to use. Yes, just very low. An aftermarket microphone? Stock mic. Ooh, static crashes are getting louder. I may have to get a meter that has a modulation on it. Play around inside. Raining cats and dogs here. Oh, yeah, you're further south, yeah. They'll be heading this way very shortly, I guess. What a week, what a month. Not only did my radio blow up, my car blew up. Well, don't forget now, you gotta remember, it's the power of 3. So whenever something happens, it's going to be 3 things. So you've already had 2 of them. Something else is going to blow up. Oh, Christ, that's all I need. Yeah, so don't step on a crack. Yeah, it's the power of 3, man. Bad things happen in 3s. People die in 3s. It always seems that way. Oh, I know it. I'm a firm believer.
I lost 3 friends recently.
Yeah, see? Well, those bottles didn't count as friends.
Well, there's been plenty more of that, but...
one of mine canceled another one out because the car blew up, and that was an old piece of shit Jeep Liberty that I paid $2,000 for. But then I got another one for $600.
Another car?
Yeah, a 03 Buick Regal with 59,000 miles on it.
That doesn't sound like a lot of mileage. Hopefully it's in good shape.
It's in great shape, but the rockers are rusted out.
Oh.
I can do rockers.
Yeah, I hate rust, man. I'd rather put an engine in a car than repair rust.
Remember back in the day when we flung a come-along up on a tree branch and pulled an engine?
Oh, all the time.
Now the HOA will get you for that.
Well, yeah, if you're unfortunately stuck in an HOA community, yeah. Oh, yeah. They won't take kindly to you working on cars in the driveway or in the backyard even.
I can't do that here in the campground.
Nah, you need a garage.
My luck, I'd be able to get under the car and not be able to get the hell out.
Oh, man.
Remember now, I'm a cripple.
Yeah, well, we're all heading that way. Slowly.
Not me.
Yeah, you should have a longer path. You got many more years.
Alright, so now is he the youngest on the radio at the moment?
Oh, yes, he is. You could bask in knowing that you no longer hold that honor there, Joker.
Alright, how much has he got me beat by?
I'm younger than Joker. Well, let's put it this way. He's 12 years old. You do the math. How do you know that? Did he tell you? Yes, he did. You guys weren't listening. Oh, I didn't hear that. Interesting. He's a young fella. He's got some age, and he'll have fun doing it too. That's the key to life. Have fun.
God, what would it be like to be 12 again?
That was about the age I think I picked my handle.
I was using a 100 milliwatt walkie-talkie when I was 12.
When I was 12.
I was working with it.
Wait. My dog is barking at something. God. Shut up!
Shut up! Wants to go out in the rain.
Comes with the dog. Elbow farts outside, the dog starts barking at it.
Bumblebees fart?
Evidently, the dog barks at it.
Man, you learn something new every day. I just saw something on Facebook. It said, what did you learn today? I'm going to probably comment. Bumblebees fart.
What happened to Mr. Pete?
Are you going to getting banned again there, Joker?
Yeah, I'm still banned. I can't do anything on Facebook.
When are you posting your video, Gage? Because I checked your YouTube page and there hasn't been anything since April.
Joker's live feed the other night shut down and while I was watching it.
I've been trying to clean up my hard drives and stuff, so I have a few to upload yet, so there'll be a few, as soon as I get to it.
I'm going to bed now. See you all sometime later.
All right, String Bean, catch you later. Nice to make your acquaintance there. And drop on in Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. You're more than welcome. Old JR will catch you later. Bye.
Bye.
See you later, String Bean. Good hearing from you. Hopefully we'll hear you again.
Yep, good to hear you on the air there, String Bean. Have a great night. Until the next time around. County, watch.
Catch you later there, String Bean. Nice to make your acquaintance also. And talk to you next time.
All right, good night, String Bean. Alright, good to hear you down here in the valley.
Talk to you later, String Bean. Mr. Six.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Good evening there, 123. I hear you, I do. 10-4. I couldn't hear the String Bean in there.
Hello, 123.
What's happening?
Classic Radio Roundup. We were wondering if you were even going to pop in tonight.
Yep. Yeah, I saw it was getting kind of late. I figured I better get in here. I was trying to get out of here around 9.
You must be in that good spot tonight.
Well, I'm in my regular spot over here on the hill, Bridgeport.
That spot works.
Yeah, it does. You know which spot I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a good spot.
Yeah, 9th and Grove in Bridgeport. Anybody's looking to see where it's at on the map. I seen better. Yeah, so have I. I don't hear him, man. I still have a 5 to 6 noise level, and he's not coming through.
He's giving me a 7 on the meter.
I can hear him. Not the strongest, and my meter isn't the best, so who knows?
Yeah, forget that. It's okay. I got an F5 noise level 2 there, Alley Cat. I can hear him but barely. You're an S1.5 here. There, 123, just to let you know. Sometimes you're hitting the 2. Yeah, 10-4, that's why. I thought you were going to say that's why you know better. Yeah, you know me. Honest Jim.
And a better look, you're a 5 swinging to a 7.
I can move around. Hold on, I'm gonna change position. Just right here, I can move probably 10 feet and probably change. That's what she said. Oh. I always watch out for what she's saying. You better believe it, Buster.
It's easier to just agree with what she's saying.
Yep. You better or else. And that's work. Alright, how about that? Is that any better? You made it up to 3. That works. I mean, I heard you fine. I didn't have a problem with you with the 2. But, just letting you know, that's all.
Didn't change nothing here.
No. I got you. Yeah, I mean, I moved over from one fucking spot to the other. That's how much difference that made.
Oh, I'm going to retract that statement. You're a 4 swinging 6 now instead of 5 swinging 7. So you lost on my ground.
Oh, wow, that's weird, man. But on JR's side, I picked up one and a half bus unit. I can hear his audio now, but still not going on. Well, I guess that's obviously all it takes.
Took an S unit from me and gave it to JR.
Sounds like a fair trade. Giving me a 5 for whatever that's worth. Well, it's working. I mean, you're giving me 9 pounds. So if I'm giving you a 5, I don't know. Something's up. That's typical, though. Okay. All right. Well, that's normal. That's good. That's good for me. You can hear me. I'm not a joker. What am I giving you now? Yeah, he can't even hear you.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he can even hear you now.
Brainbuster says he can't even hear you. No, he can. He's got to be able to hear me.
I hear 123. Not too strong. I think it went down just a hair, but I do hear him.
Okay, I was going to say, went down a hair. I mean, you're giving me almost 9 pounds. You're giving me 7.5, 8 pounds.
Well, that's good. I was going to say, Brainbuster did hear you, though. I lost you, Brainbuster? No, I didn't lose yet. You just dropped down a little bit. All right, hold on. I'm going to reposition.
I'm going to get Life Buster in there. And Anakai, you haven't even chimed in. And howdy, anyway. Everybody. Howdy. Howdy doody? Whatever.
He said duty.
I can't believe it's 10 o'clock already. Holy moly. Time flies when you're having fun on Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah, tonight was Fast and Furious Classic Radio Roundup.
Over 18 years. 18? Yeah, that's exactly when I got into it with my magnet mount. It was 18 years ago. And I remember listening to you guys on it with my ear against the speaker.
Wow, we've been doing it for that long?
Oh, man. I'm older than I thought. Let's see, let me do some math here. My granddaughter just got an Excellence in Mathematics certificate. Nice. That's awesome. How old is she in school?
So you started out listening to us with a mag mount in your ear to the speaker just so you could hear us?
Yeah, well, there was, Skipland in there, but when it wasn't in there, I was like, I wonder who these guys are. And I hear stuff like you guys making fun of Firestarter, about the Sweatpants Factory, and things like that.
Yeah, it's going back.
Yeah, 2000, that would be 2006. I don't think we quite started classic radio at that point, because that was right in the thick of the Channel 21 wars. Yeah, you did, because that's all I had was the Midland base radio and a magnet mount. Yeah, because we started going down to 13. I thought it was probably around 2008, maybe. That was before that, because when I finally got a base antenna, I talked to Gumby, and then he told me about Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. Wow. Yeah. But I didn't put my beam up till 2007. Before that, I was on a gutter mount antenna.
I didn't move to where I'm at now until 2006, I'm pretty sure. And Classic Radio Roundup started after that.
Yeah, I'm thinking we didn't start that till 2008. I think that's when I started it. You and I went down to... Well, we actually started Classic Radio Roundup on 21, but they didn't like that. No, because I stopped on my Midland there, and even Big Skip broke in and started talking about boats. And there's a guy named Sam that got upset. They were talking about boats on Classic Radio Roundup instead of talking about radios. That was back in 2006, 2007. Good night, Jim. Firestarter and I can talk about, and I know, yeah, 2006. That was a recording I made. The trucker was jamming Firestarter when he was trying to talk to some guy in a mobile about boats, and he got all pissed off about it, and he went off on trucker. That was 2006, I think.
Yeah, I don't think Classic Radio Roundup had quite started until at least 08, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, we were on 21 before that.
Yeah, and then, I spent my first year or two trying to get a signal to you.
Yeah, I remember that, because you had the 899 with a barefoot signal. I think you gave me like S5 or something. And I was only running the damn gutter mount.
Yeah, things started off weak, but I moved out here, and I knew you were out this way, and I got on the radio to see if I could contact you, and I had that A99 hanging from a tree branch, not very high, and basically barefoot.
Yeah, that's when you found Gene.
Yeah, my neighbor.
Gene the dancing machine. There's 08, I already had an RCI radio at my main base station. Maybe you can answer this question, Skippy. Whatever happened to he got all upset at his family and, did one of his routine flip outs, drama ordeal and just left. And then we found out, I saw him after that, but he ended up moving to Pottstown. Then he moved over to Birdsboro. Then he moved back to Pottstown. And about 2 years ago is when I heard that he got his radio equipment back, but I have no clue why he never set it up yet.
Okay, 'cause I had heard a rumor that he died. That's why I wanted to see.
Iceman, you mean Marky Mark?
Yeah, Marky Mark. He disappeared there, and somebody said something that he died. And I'm like, I don't know.
You gotta quit talking about him if he's dead.
Well, if he died, it must have been within the last few months.
Nah, this is a while back. This is a year or so ago. So I guess the rumor was not true.
That probably would have heard about that. T-Tip would probably be the most person in contact with him since then.
Well, I'm glad he's not on the other side of the bridge there.
Well, even though he was, hardcore in the TV, he was never really fully into it, since I knew him. He just happened to be a local guy. And, I always had to talk him into, staying in the TV radio.
He also had, that was the other thing too. He had some kind of an accident. He fell off a ladder or something and landed on his back on the concrete. And messed him all up.
Yeah, he was pressure washing a roof where he worked at, and the shingles gave way underneath of him, and I guess he fell off like a 2-story building.
Yeah. And that messed him up. And that was, not too long after that, he kind of disappeared from the radio. And then that's when I heard the rumor that he died. And I kind of thought, well, maybe it had something to do with the injuries or something. I don't know.
No, I think it's just a lack of interest or inspiration in the TV. He accidentally ran across like an export radio or something that would, cause him to come back. Something like that. He has to be inspired.
Maybe he just got tired of getting duped for Whizman.
I might be getting it for somebody else.
I know where you get it. I know how you get it. I know where you get it and who you get it from. I want it and I need it. I need it now.
Oh, God. This one was recorded. It's hilarious.
I still have them. They're on my computer.
I still have a bunch of them, too. Ones I took and then the ones that you gave me.
Now, do you ever hear from Crazy Bob? Do you ever check in?
Crazy Bob down in Millville, New Jersey?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to, well, I see him on FaceTime and stuff, but we haven't had contact with him on the radio for years. And, yeah, he used to come up here pretty good. I used to get him at like S3, all the way from Millville, New Jersey.
Yeah, we probably heard him on his ground waves. Yeah, I haven't heard him in, I guess, like, close to 15 years since you guys talked to him.
It's been a while. I honestly think my antenna got degraded from being beat up by the tree for so long, and if I could hear him all the way in Millville, I should be hearing a lot of other guys that I can't seem to hear anymore. So I don't know. I'm anxious to pull it down and clean it all up, but I don't know when I'll ever get around to it.
I got you. There's also another Bob here. I think he was near Conowingo Dam, I believe. And I first heard of Crazy Bob, and they were asking, is that Crazy Bob? And he said, no, Crazy Bob's crazier.
I don't remember this guy, but maybe he had another handle or something.
I don't recall his handles, but I think he was on a Browning, and he was using a VFO to try and hold it stable.
Yeah. A lot of guys run Brownings with those 5 Model 90s on and stuff.
Yeah, that's all I really remember saying. That was a long time ago. That was like the 18-year ago thing, or 17 years ago, one of the two.
Yeah, 18 years ago was like yesterday, but it's also like ancient history.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to get out of here. Been fun. A lot of fun. We got a new member. How about that? That's great. And a young one, too. So, but anyway, Dave, catch you later. Alley Cat, see you, bud. And let me see, Petey, I guess you're still in there. And we'll catch you later as well. Joker, Skippy, and 1, 2, 3 if you're still out there. And anybody else I'm missing, see you later. Bye. Good night. Yeah, I'm still. Catch you, JR. Have a good night. And Goose says hi, everybody. Goose says hi. I'm on site.
Oh, no.
Good night, JR. Good night, Skyrider. I don't want to forget you. Good night.
See you, JR. Have a good one.
Catch you, man. Talk to you later. 70 feet. See you later, JR.
And I'm right behind you, old JR. Yep. See you later there, JR. 7-3. Everybody else, too long a list to go through, but I'm not forgetting anybody. Because it wouldn't be Classic Radio Roundup without everybody participating. So that's it for the video gate. And we'll see you next week. And for those who do Sunday night sideband, we'll see you then. County-wide. Thanks for the fun.
Rio, out of Captain Leader. Catch you, Pete. See you night, Pete.
See you later, man. You're getting earlier and earlier.
Catch you next time. Have a good night there, 73. All right, man. I move positions and everybody leaves.
I'm going to hang for another 5 minutes or so, maybe.
All right, 10-4. All right, so how about it now? Is the big buster still out there?
That makes 2 of us. So, 1, 2, 3, what's the story? How come you're on the base?
I just haven't gotten an antenna up yet. Got too many projects going on at the house. I still haven't even gotten this thing completely, connected.
Okay, well, so you have intentions of eventually getting a base.
Yeah, I got 3 trucks and a base to hook up. And so far, everything. The 2 of them, my dump truck and this, at least got a magnet mount in them. And I pulled the base antenna out that I'm going to put up. And I was figuring out what mast and what mount I'm going to use. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to put a base antenna on one of them. And again, two other trucks besides this one. And I'm almost done putting this together.
Yeah, you're in Bridgeport, right?
Yeah, 10-4.
Okay, yeah, you should be able to make the trip pretty well then.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you because I got noise on this channel.
Not the train noise again.
Yeah, the train noise, 7 pounds right now, and it's coming right in with your audio, so I'm having a hard time picking out what you're saying.
No, that's no good.
Yeah. I don't know what that's going to be like when I put the bass in, but, we'll see.
Well, yeah, if you're in Bridgeport, you got that, was it the Scepter 100 line or something? The old P&W is right nearby.
Yeah, I got something. I couldn't hear it.